Hello there, pod racing fans. Welcome to a match of the pod racing tournament. We've got Paige versus xAdypt. I'm Andy Panther, and even though you don't see it in the layout, I have someone with me.
I am Radiant Variant. On last minute call, I was able to come in and give a helping hand.
We're starting on, should I say, a fan favorite track?
Looking like Sebulba's legacy. It's no favorite of mine, that's for sure, but we've seen this one in the qualifying quite a bit. No, this isn't Sebulba's legacy. This is M100, excuse me. I'm blind. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's the one that is all about that one turn. It's
The
just have to
hairpin of
get it
doom.
right.
The hairpin of doom. Oh man, I can't even see the countdowns. Oh boy. Paige is over the jump and into the hairpin of doom with a little bit of a scrape, but they're back up. And takes that hairpin just about clean with another scrape, but that's the last lap. 146.38 for the practice run. xAdypt is finally on the practice runs after getting their setups coordinated.
Check again, Radiant. I think you're in the channel.
Hey, now we are. Okay. Looks like we're just waiting for the countdown.
Yeah, so this is a lower bracket race, like the semi-final of the winners half of it.
Yep, this is lower winners finals right now.
So whoever wins this will have to face the winner of the losers bracket.
Yep. And then those two will race for the whole enchilada. xAdypt is marking as ready.
Let's give the countdown. I leave the countdown to you so I can do the syncing.
Roger that. I'm just waiting for Paige to ready up. There we go. And we're underway. Just waiting on the restarts. And we're both up on the restarts pretty snappy. The Malastair
Look at
100.
that beautiful sync.
The Malastair 100 track record held by Hellfire with a 144.924. With both Paige and xAdypt being 2 and 5 seconds off, respectively. I can't see the Twitch chat. I can't run Discord on my phone and Twitch at the same time. And Paige, they're both ready. They're on the restart. Here we go. xAdypt is off. And Paige is off. A good 14, 15 second chunk of time. xAdypt flying over that ramp and taking the left road. Oh, I guess they weren't ready. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I thought that was it.
Yeah, I thought it was it too. xAdypt is, they looks like they're on their run. And blitzing through it too. Hopping the launch ramp, continuing to take the left route. On the boost over the Scato jump. Into the hairpin and a little bit of a scrape, but nothing too crazy.
I don't think I'm going to bother to sync that one.
Yeah, that's over 1.25 minutes. I don't blame you for that. Oh, xAdypt with the crash. Not what you want to see here.
Yeah, so it means if Paige can keep this one crash free.
They will take it by default. They're through the hairpin, a little bit dicey. Another crash from xAdypt. Oh boy. xAdypt closing with a 158.532. So now Paige will have to crash twice to be in the danger zone, but it looks like she's doing pretty fine as it is. Boosting over the Scato jump en route to the hairpin. Playing a lot more cautious.
Even if you don't straight up crash, if you take the heavy damage there, that's going to cost you some time.
Especially with a track this short. All the Malastair tracks are so short that any mistakes are far more costly. She's over the last Scato jump. Final hairpin. And closing out with a time of 146.3 something. Need you to head to that result screen. There we go. 146.333 on the mark. Threes everywhere.
Good numbers. And now we'll see the permabans coming in.
Only commentators and trackers can verify match times. Moving into the banning phase. We need xAdypt to pick the first ban, but they are blitzing through the Bunta training course really quickly. xAdypt permabanning Doug Derby. And these are not the snappy permabans I'm used to in upper bracket. They're taking a lot of time to think this over for the best result. Paige permabanning an Adobe Mountain Run in response. Andy, are we getting any race audio from either side? I don't know if we are.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, me neither.
We're not supposed to use Paige. Paige loves to use music.
Ah. So, Paige is giving the all clear for her audio. With
Okay,
xAdypt
can use
permabanning,
Paige. Fair enough.
the gauntlet. No road trips today. And Paige permabanning Bumpy's breakers. So the meme pick is gone. Although we are long past the point of the meme pick. With each racer having 4 force points instead of the traditional 3.
I want to
Now
see
it's
some spicy picks with the force points here.
with only 3 races left in the lower bracket. It's pretty much time to use all the big guns at this point. xAdypt temp banning Mars Guo. And Paige temp banning the Bunta training course.
Yeah, that's popular to ban. Moscow, the skip one.
So it's on to xAdypt to pick the race. Take us on a journey, xAdypt. Where are we going? Where would I like to see? I'm also quite happy to see that Abyss is not permabanned because I would love to see some runs there. And it looks like we're just going to the Centrum. Yep.
And the Prime Centrum.
Hondo Prime Centrum with no Mars, which means they will both default to Ben. With the tournament record for this track going to Goofbrush with a 235.84. Good Lordy. With Paige clocking in at a 2:43.903, and I'm going to guess with the track favorite force, xAdypt coming in at a 3 minutes and 1.623. Ondo Prime Centrum. Seeing Galactic Circuit very early on. Or Invitational, excuse me. I feel like APC is definitely the easiest of the Invitational circuit, but it gets you ready to understand what else the circuit's going to have. And it's just a fun board in general.
It is definitely the track that even casual players have the easiest time with on Invitational.
Agreed.
It's just that it has that hairpin that will kill
Yeah.
you.
The S curve that Paige just navigated is pretty tough. And of course, the fact that some of the geometry in this level is quite simply a lie. There are a lot of surfaces and structures here that you can literally just phase through as if they didn't exist. Your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. Countdown starts in 30 seconds. Paige closing out her first practice lap. And a crash heading toward the center arena. And it's still hard on the boost, leaving the Centrum to the off-ramp. xAdypt closing that one out. The practice lap with a 53.24, it looks like. The blue draw distance fog. Oh boy. I'm actually in the middle of getting ready to move, so I've had to pack up my Xbox, so I had to get used to all of the N64 stuff again, so I'm having to readjust to fog, to input delay. It's rough.
So this is the race.
Looks like a 10-second sync time with Paige in the lead. Nope. xAdypt is on the restart. Okay, they're both on the restart. This has got to be it. And it's looking like a 5-second delay, give or take, with xAdypt in the lead. A lot of scrapes in the ice tunnel. Both of them fly through the building. xAdypt not on the boost, while Paige is on the boost heading toward those buildings. With xAdypt having a little bit more heat on the off-ramp. Always making sure to land on just to the right of the main path so you don't lose a lot of that speed. Back into the ice tunnels. Watch out for those walls. And to the S-curve hairpin. Oh, that's a crash from Paige. Now it's xAdydpt's turn to take the lead from a crash. Oh boy. Ooh, a little bit of a high jump there. Oh no! Second crash in lap 2 off of the wall. xAdypt now very far ahead. Closing on lap 3. A lot is going to have to go wrong on xAdypt's end to make up for that, and an engine fire is a good way to start. That hairpin's going to be a deciding factor. A little bit of a scrape, but they're all right. Oh, decent scrapes on that one for Paige. Barring any critical mistakes, xAdypt is going to take this one and even it up. Another crash for Paige on lap 3. And xAdypt closes it out with a 239.058. Which does take down Paige's tourney record for this one. And just like that, xAdypt has evened it up 1-1. If we could get some verification. Because only commentators and trackers can verify track times. And unfortunately, since I was a bit of a late call, I can't.
I'm really trying to do everything at the same time here.
I'm sorry. I don't have any Wi-Fi. I can only provide a voice on my phone. I can't switch between them or I'll get kicked out of Discord. We are moving on to race number 3, with Paige making the first move in the banning. And we have race audio on xAdypt side. Going straight into MGS practice. Oh no, that's looking like Zuga Challenge practice. My bad. Paige once again banning Mars Guo, our resident skip specialist.
Some would call that pod a cheat machine, literally designed to use skips.
And that's why we love it. Personally, I have more my own experience using Wand for Abyss skips, but for Gauntlet skips, Mars is the de facto. You don't get any better. xAdypt temp banning Inferno for race 3. And admittedly, I'm not the biggest skip specialist out there. I know a few of them, but I don't know all of them to the point where a lot of our veterans do.
We are going to Bunta training.
With the track record held and recently claimed by Homura with a 135.1. With second place going to Goofbrush at a 135.374, and Paige holding a time of 135.845 on the track.
Yeah, I really like tracks like this in tournaments where there's absolutely no room for any mistakes.
Yep,
So
because
it
the
can be,
track they're so short that if you make one mistake, the penalty it gives you is so heavily magnified.
and then it can just be so close if there are no obvious run-ending mistakes in there from any player.
And now it seems like that practice they were doing earlier on BTC is paying off now. "30 seconds to the countdown." And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we're ready for the restarts.
So I assume they just want to finish exactly one practice race.
Yeah, looks like it.
Permas are Duck Derby, Adobe Mountain Run, Gauntlet, and Bumpies.
Very close on those practice runs. They're pretty much neck and neck. Not sure if this is the legit run for xAdypt or not, but they're okay. There's the restart. Oh, it looks like did Paige miss the boost start? It looks like they barely missed the boost start. And one of the biggest threats for this one is going to be the Devil's Doorknob. If you scrape that one at the wrong angle, you will lose an engine very easily. Both pretty much neck and neck at lap 1. Heavy on the slide, still in the canyon. On the tilt and up the wall. Still very close. The Flying Tombs. Sliding in the canyon, both boosting pretty much at the exact same points. One more flight. Oh, where did we close? 136.68 to a
It closed, but
136.771.
xAdypt breaking serve here.
Just under a second separating them, or a tenth of a second, excuse me. And now it is on Paige to pick the next track. Temp banning Bullseye.
Oh, are we here for a Barunda Gambit?
xAdypt banning Fire Mountain Rally, so
He smelled
potentially.
it.
Cannot leave it to chance. No, sir. Oh, boy. We're going to Abyss for some skips.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, love to see it.
now we're playing games. So Abyss skips. It turns one of the toughest tracks in the game into what can best be described as an absolute joke, with the tournament record being held by Goofbrush at a 20.027-second run.
I mean, it is arguably easier than doing it full track.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, casual players out there, use this trick.
Racers hate
Developers
it for
hate
this
it.
one trick. And the pick is most likely going to be our boy Juan Sandage. Rich homie Juan, one of, I believe, the actual slowest pod in the game. But here he's the pick to beat because of the way he's able to climb up the side wall and actually get that launch.
He's the worst, but he has one trick up his sleeve.
Juan trick. I see what you did there. And there's the next loop. And there's the last jump. And then all you have to do is just land straight.
So we're
One
not
of the,
bothering to sync this one.
most likely, one of the toughest noob busters in the game, decimated in under 25 seconds. That's the power of skips, people. And what a glorious power it is.
Yeah, if only you could see the power of the dark side.
Oh, but you don't want that to happen. If you go into that side wall at a bit too much velocity, you will not climb. Instead, you will fall. Quite explosively, I might add. There it is again. Oh boy. Paige going a little wide on those jumps. Normally you'll land in the arena, but that first lap they actually were a little bit outside it. And clear. So 25.491 this time.
Is xAdydpt's game frozen? Like the stream frozen?
They're on ice for me too. Are we on the countdown? I can't quite tell yet. Yep, we're going. I cannot see their stream. Are they iced? Going through a little bit of a technical difficulties on xAdypt side. Although Paige has submitted their time for 24 seconds, 24.985 seconds. Which means once xAdypt has their stream reinitialized, we will see how they do.
Oh wait, have they played the track?
And it looks like while the stream was frozen, it looks like xAdypt pulled a time of 33.815 with a death.
And I presume we just continue to the next race, but first we have to get the stream to work.
Yep. And if we're taking that time as standing, then Paige is going to take another race and tie it right back up.
So wait, xAdypt streams appears to be working again on Twitch. It's just not picked up by SpeedGaming.
Needless to say, that isn't very good. I don't know how to go about fixing that.
I have no idea how to fix that.
Same. I don't know what's going on. So, how about them sports?
Could you maybe tell the Legend of Darth Plagueis device? I don't think I have heard that one before. Currently, xAdypt is offline, so we're waiting anyway. I love technology. It works every time.
Every time, but the time you need it to. And everyone's like, "Oh, user error. It's the person behind me." Sometimes, no, it isn't. We are truly at the mercy of machines right now, and I don't like it. And the worst part is, I can't look at the Twitch stream to see everyone's reactions to it. Although I can imagine it quite a bit. Way to go, technology. You stifled us again.
I don't think I've commentated one of these without tech issues.
And they're always there when you don't want them.
Yeah, it was said that Darth Plagueis discovered an ancient technique on how to prevent technology from failing.
Usually I call that percussive maintenance, but unfortunately I don't know which machine to bang on with a hammer to fix it.
Yeah, still waiting for xAdypt to go back online so we can actually figure this out.
We must see how it ends. I gotta know how it ends.
Okay, back online.
Twitch, work with us. We need the races.
Yeah, send out the ping for SpeedGaming people. Yes. Maybe there's a button I could press at the back end, but I don't really know what they do.
Some kind of computer tech wizard magic we don't know about just yet. And that might be for the best. Like I don't know what would we do in the worst case scenario? We have to like postpone it or pause it? What would we do? I
Okay, I
really
could
do not
try
know.
pressing return to pre-race screen and then back here. I don't know if that would work or if it would mess with things. Because it appears to capture the streams independently of the rest of the layouts. It just changes how large the...
Is there anyone we can contact for an assist here? Because I think we're dead stick if we can't.
Yeah, I sent a message in the Discord. Suddenly a setup volunteer showed up on the back end.
I love being helpless. I love being unable to help. Ah, dang it. It figures the last day I'm able to come in and help at the last second and everything goes wrong again. And the stream is gone. Oh boy.
Yeah, I guess someone just restarted the entire thing.
That's how we're doing things. Okay. Yes, I can see both racers now. I think as long as they're good to go, we're in the restart now. Yeah, I think we're back up and running. And jumping back to the ban phase, xAdypt is temp banning Mars. With Paige temp banning Sebulba's Legacy, the track that xAdypt is practicing on right now. And where are we going for the anxiously awaited race number 5? Still tied 2-all, and it's first to 6 takes it. Where do we go from here? Is the pick in? Looking like the pick might be in. Yep. We're going to Death Row's Revenge. Another blazing fast track. I'm noticing that's the theme of the day here. Tracks that go by so quickly that any mistake is so much worse. And this one, the tournament record is held by Damire with a 206.687.
I got everything you need, huh?
You're interrupting me, Watto. I don't like that. With Paige holding a 210.211 and xAdypt holding a 211.678.
Something else? Only the best parts you find here in my shop, huh?
Surely these players will use roof strats here. Surely.
Ooh. Crashed by xAdypt in practice. And again, this being one of the Ora tracks, it's very quick, so any mistake is going to be much more devastating than it would on a bigger track. Three, two, one, and we're ready for the restarts.
Yeah, this could be a close one.
I think it will be.
Is this it? When xAdypt restarts? Or not yet?
I think they're on the restart. I don't think they would pause at the start line to DQ themselves right off the rip.
I mean, when xAdypt restarts, is that it? Oh yeah, okay. Sync? Almost.
Here we go. About 2 seconds difference with xAdypt in the lead. Griffin getting the boost hold in those faster aim tunnels. Off the refinery platform, into the cage.
1.3 of a difference.
Moving toward the jump.
Yeah, that's pretty much identical. xAdypt, what are you doing?
Oh no, right at the end.
Paige taking this.
Not how you want to see it. No. Sorry, I'm trying to find my headset at the moment.
So we're going with another Mars glow ban.
Now we're in business. Now there should be a lot less interference around me now that I have my headset back. Oh, a force point for an extra ban. We're seeing Executioner and Zuga Challenge off the list.
So we do not have to be aware of any dosers this time.
Good riddance. And that's Paige with half of their force points gone. And we're going to Sebulba's Legacy.
Yeah, we saw that one quite a bit in practice.
Quite a bit. This being one of the qualifier tracks, everyone's had a chance to get familiarized with the course. This being the only Malastare track not based on a real-life location, and definitely the most complex of the bunch.
Has xAdypt not played this one after qualifiers?
I do not know.
It does not show
I
a
think,
time.
yeah, they would have had to.
Paige with a 155 here.
with the track record being held by Domi Ray at 147.762. 762, I love that number.
Only the best parts you'll find here in my shop, huh?
With regards to the score, Paige is halfway there. Every win she tacks on is going to make it tougher and tougher for xAdypt. But at the rate things are going, it's back and forth. No one's managed a 2-point lead, so I think we've got a decent chance to see this one go to 11.
You always love to see that.
Ooh, a little bit of a bump there for Paige in practice. Oh, and then it gets worse. Oh boy. Get it out of the system now.
Yeah, you would have the option of going for the tunnel here. You want to use the optimal strats.
But that extra speed from going on the far side. That is the decision you have to make. Ooh! Crash from hitting the ceiling. $1 every time that happened to me in some of my casual runs, I'd be a millionaire.
I mean, countdown has been given. Is this the race?
I don't think so.
This.
Nope, they're both the restart. Now it's the race. About a 4-second difference with the dip in front. Oh, an early crash from Paige right off the bat. Find out how you want to start this board. Again, keeping with the theme of the day, short tracks means mistakes are a lot more devastating. And it looks like they're both taking the long route to get that jolt straightaway with Ben's speed. Over the methane pools. In the canyon. And out of the canyon, Paige in pursuit. Ooh, almost got nailed by that kill texture. Oof, oof, oof. Close. Still, both of them sticking with the far outside lane for all that extra speed.
In this game, you do not mess with textures.
Nope. They will kill you, and they will kill you quick. As much as I love this game, God bless it, it is on a foundation of utter jank. I guess that's why we keep coming back, huh? Dip navigates the canyon. Only one turn left to make a mistake, and it doesn't look like they're going to.
Invalidating it with an accidental skip route.
Let's not. And just like that, xAdypt ties it back up 3-3. For a crash, Paige made that time up very quickly. They're only about 1.6 seconds off, so less than a crash is worth. Paige continuing to ban Mars Glow.
A lot of Mars slander today.
Shouldn't have his pod racer so big. That pod racer needs to call Jenny Craig.
Change your mind. Ah.
This time it looks like it's xAdypt using a force point. 2 force points. Oops, giving us an oops in the live chat. I don't think they wanted to ban 2 additional tracks. There we go. Yep, they are using 1 force point to ban Executioner and Baru Coast for this race. Where are we going this time? I don't think we've had a race today go longer than 3 minutes. Every single one's been a case of the quick and the fast.
So time for some really long Barunda then?
Don't give me nightmares, Andy. Don't give me nightmares.
Both Grapevine
Oh
and Fire
boy.
Mountain are open.
Or we go to the movies. We're going to the Boonta Classic.
I should price be sure. What a welcome one.
Okay. You got those movie references too. I'll one up you eventually. Boonta Classic not being an easy course at all. This one is definitely unforgiving. With the tournament record being held by Dummy Ray with a 449.918. With the only person you're having a time on the board being Paige with a 2-death run as Bullseye with a 528.004.
Yeah, but if you want to go really fast here, you have to use Ben. But will they?
And definitely being the fastest, but handles like a brick sometimes. And this is definitely one of the twistier boards.
Okay, xAddypt's stream appears to be frozen again.
No! Oh, nope, they're not iced.
Only the best parts you find here in my shop, huh?
I'm very interested to see how this one goes. I see. xAdypt has chosen Ben, but it does not look like Paige has. Yep. Paige sticking with the bullseye pick.
Back again, huh?
3, 2, 1. And we're ready. Ready for the restarts. And just about a second difference with xAdypt in the lead, and if this is the real run, then it's going to be Ben versus Bullseye. Nope. That's a restart. Never mind. I'm not sure if it's a restart on Paige's end, but okay, now I'm not sure. So it looks like this is Paige's run because they're not holding anything back right now. Okay, it was a restart. So this is about like 0.7 seconds. I don't know. I think. Oh, bouncing off the walls, missing the service ramp for Paige. I don't know. You said earlier that obviously if you want speed, you're going to need Ben, but where do you think the better handling and turning of Bullseye is going to come in for this one?
Okay, yeah, here is the part where we'll find out.
Ooh!
If you go with safety, you definitely do not want to crash.
Crash for Paige. Crag Gorge.
Oh, sketchy from xAdypt, but makes it.
Oof. There's the Canyon Dune turn featuring our. Oh boy! I did with the crash. Engine 2 before navigating past the sand crawler. And that's those nice twin suns back to start finish. But the straightaways, Ben's going to make up all that speed very quickly. It might be a personal best lap for xAdypt.
It's not over yet.
Oh, not by a long shot.
Not on a track like this.
Paige making the service ramp this time. Crashing alert, folks. This is not a done deal. There's still plenty of places to go wrong on this board. Half of this board is a death trap. Not crash at the part last lap. Oh, bouncing on the canyon though. Engine 2 in the red. Yeah, it shouldn't be bad this time around. More repairs into the canyon turn, and one of the Tuscans gets them with a shot. Same with xAdypt.
Yeah, they're out for blood.
These Tuscans got that aimbot today.
Yeah, unlike, Imperial Stormtroopers, they actually hit this thing.
They said I'm Stormtroopers are Super 6. Oh boy! Engine 1 Paige taking a beating from the rocks on hot flats. Rocks that xAdypt cleared on the previous lap, but they were screaming towards start finish. I think it may take a crash from Paige. Speak of the devil.
You caused that crash. You know that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Dom keeps telling me commentator's curse is not a thing. I stalwartly disagree. Looking like Paige is still ahead here, but still places for it to go wrong. Oh boy, heavy scrapes on engine 2 for xAdypt. Oh man, their engines are lit up like a... Oh boy. Lit up like a Christmas tree until they were... Oh boy, but there's Paige with another crash. Mushroom Mesa taking a lot of lives today. And there's another one. Bullseye
You have to
lighting
consider
up in the
that both
cave.
players think at this point, oh, I crashed a million times, I'm surely going to lose. Both of them.
It's that mental game that is very heavy right now. xAdypt currently in the Tuscany Dune turn with Paige having another crash. xAdypt rocketing through the canyons, passing the Sandcrawler. Paige is back out on HUD flats with no rocks in the way. And a crash finish for Paige with a 539.106 to xAdydpt's 549.482.
The bent pick is not rewarded this time.
And Paige retakes the lead 4-3. xAdydpt banning Bullseye for the next race, with Paige banning Grabvine Gateway. Where are we going for race number 8 of 11? We're getting closer and closer to that elusive final match.
Oh, will they? Will they actually do what I think they're doing?
Looking like Adept also wanting to ban Mars, but I don't know if they have that window left because they already banned the racer earlier.
Okay, I'm not actually sure on that one. If you can ban it, I thought you can ban it like at the same time when you pick the track. Pretty sure, but anyway, this is going to be Baru Coast No Bullseye.
Oh boy.
Would have
Here
been
we
even
go.
funnier if Mars was banned too, but oh well.
Technical about it, we can like just make it so they only have one force point left officially, if they want to do that. But the No Bullseye Coast, the tournament record here held by Mikey Berger with a 351.409. Times on the board include Dip's one death for 07.751 and Paige's no death for 10.50.
I see Elon Musk here.
No way. Homie Elon? Yes. The Kurtub. The three balls. Although I think they're immediately reconsidering that decision. Yep, immediately reconsidering it.
You know that
And they're going
Elon
Mars.
Musk is actually just a code name for Cam Nail.
Indeed.
That's so clever. No one could ever figure it out.
What are them struck cab names? Adept heavy on the slides. Oh boy. Oh, but that's where it penalizes you. The walls in that jungle section are absolutely jank. Sometimes they will kill you, sometimes they will let you pass.
And if you're a big boned boy like Ben, you're going to have some trouble there.
Yep. I feel like that's why they wanted to also ban Mars. That way they'd be forced into taking that gamble. Oh, Paige with a heavy crash on the way towards the woodbridge.
Yeah, it's that thing with Baru Coast that people are tempted to think, oh, it's not as bad as Crabman Gateway or Fire Mountain Rally, until they learn that the fastest pod here is Ben.
Yep. And until they also learn that while it might not look as dangerous as Grab Pine and Fire Mountain, it will still kill you in a heartbeat. Linda as a whole does not care about you. It does not like you. It is not your friend, and it will grind you up on a moment's notice. This post is brought to you by Baruda Hater Gang, which I'm a firm member of that game. Can't stand this silly jungle. And I don't think this is their run. I don't think we've seen the restarts yet, unless we have. Oh! Jungle takes another one. Is this the real deal? I can't tell. I don't know if they've gone to the restarts. I know Countdown's been given and we're live, but uh-oh. Paige racking up those crashes, not what you want to see, especially with a really fast bend in your tail. Racking them up some more. Not good. Oh, just when they were about to take the lead, a dip with a crash. No. Stream, why are you freezing?
Okay, that was a bad attempt at sinking it.
I think you think the wrong person to lead.
Yeah, because I was so used to xAdypt always being ahead.
Which means this is the legit run then. Which also means that unfortunately, there have been a lot of crashes so far. And there's another one. The jungle is hungry for blood tonight. The jungle, the mighty jungle, the jank is wide awake. Paige! No! Oh no!
Really?
A DNF from Paige. Oh man. That means all xAdypt has to do is finish this run and they will tie it up 4-4.
You never know what your opponent is doing. DNFing is not a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be the person to say I know what's going through their head right now, but man. Clearing the beach, zipping past the Baru head. Navigating the jungle, the wall doesn't kill him this time. Boosting towards Rocky Road. Through green tunnel to coastline curve. A little bit of a scrape, but they are good. Looks like they'll close with a 414. No, 413. I overshot it. 413.417. And we are back to a tie, 4-4.
Will we see a match 11 here?
There are only 3 potential races left. We have a good shot at it. Still tied up this late. And I believe our force point counts are tied. Nope, xAdypt has 1 more force point.
Yeah, so they keep denying Mars.
No skip sprees for us. What's the best way to stop skips? Make it so the best skip driver is not available. It is a legitimate strategy. Excuse me.
Look, I'm not saying they should go. I want to see a run back of End of Prime Centrum with track favorite force. All right,
Ooh,
that would be cool.
Want to see some super slide? Oh, no wonder you are the slide fan here.
Yes,
I
slides, my
just went.
boy.
I just went back and checked the flag. Slide. He may not be fast, but dang it, he's fun to race.
Ah, welcome to Watto's shop, huh? Take a look.
All right, then it's vengeance. The qualifier track is back.
Another qual track. No Mars Vengeance. My favorite board in the amateur circuit. With the tournament record being held by Domire with a 303.282 and Paige on the board with a 306.408. Again, why does xAdypt not have times for these? They had to have done them.
At this time, I'm not seeing anything from Paige's stream.
Except for it looks like a drunk Jawa. A little bit too much of that Jawa juice there, buddy.
Oh,
There we
here we
go.
are. You know, that Trava's seen some things. Okay?
So, Vengeance. It's not as stupid as Executioner or as long as Gauntlet, but it definitely has some tricks up its sleeve.
You'll not find a better deal
And of course, the
anywhere, I
introduction
think,
of
huh?
the trippiest method of flight in this game, that being the anti-gravity tunnels, of which there are plenty of rocks in there, and usually you're going to want to take along an AI buddy, which is why you'll go to free play instead of time attack, and bring along our boy Fud Sang.
Shout outs to Digital.
Digital with the wildest upset win by going with the track favorite Fud and taking it. I believe that was out of Mikey's hands this year. Absolutely snaked that win from them. So if I know the problem is, if I ever force my track favorite in a tournament sometime in the future, I have to force Neva on Baru Coast, and I know I'm going to get smoked. Paige closing in on Cogwork Tunnel. xAdypt holding the boost on that curve. Going into the figure eight, and oof! Okay, Vengeance is taking some lives today.
This might be the race. No.
No, not a chance. I think this is the run. With it looks like a 3-second lead for Paige. Both of them. Oh, xAdypt losing the boost hold, moving toward the figure eight. Taking the hard curve, going toward Cogwork Tunnel. More bumps for xAdypt. Oh, xAdypt opting not to take an AI buddy. They're on their own.
I noticed it at the same time.
Oh!
And the
Crashing
two
the atrium section of the AGT.
claims a pod racer.
One of many, and it won't be the last. Paige managing to get the boost hold going into that turn for the figure eight.
Yeah, but on this track it already means if you're a crash behind, you need your opponent to crash.
Very true. There's still lots of places it can happen. Paige taking a bump on the way towards the extreme. Oh no! The gears take one too. And now I do think it will come down to needing a crash from Paige for xAdypt to come back. Well, there we go. Another crash. Vengeance tearing xAdypt up this run. All the crashes from the previous race seem to have jumped from Paige to xAdypt this run. Paige running out of places to make a mistake.
That's a smooth drive through the space prison.
Oh, but there's the first crash for Paige as
Never
they're leaving the
mind.
tunnel. But that's going to be the only crash from them this run as they close back on start finish and close out Vengeance with a 312.17. To xAdydpt's 323.05. Paige goes up to match point.
What happened to Paige's game there?
Oh, the game crashed.
Because
Yeah, Paige had a game crash.
she did submit a time.
Yeah, it looked like the game crashed right afterwards. And we move on to wrestling team with Paige holding match point. We can update the score to get Paige that extra point. Looking like xAdypt is going back to practice some vengeance to avenge that previous run. xAdypt temp banning bullseye. Paige responding by looking like MGS. Maybe a force point consideration. Yes, they're adding one extra track. They're banning Mongaza Speedway and Fire Mountain Rallying. They're down to a force point.
Fire Mountain, no bullseye. Fun times. But, oh well. Can't always have fun.
Not everyone's as insane as you are. Oh boy.
Back again.
Are we gonna see it?
That's a very different idea of fun.
Oh, here we go. The salty run back on Abyss full track. Oh my goodness. This is a heck of a gauntlet to be thrown down. Oh boy. Unexpected. Abyss full track with the track record held by Banana Boat Kid at a 219.119, with the only time on the board being Paige as Mars with no deaths and a 233.635. Oh boy. What are you thinking here? This is not how I expected it to potentially close out.
Did they practice this track? I mean, I assume because that's usually one you see permaband at the very beginning, and they did not. So I assume if either of these players absolutely did not want to play this full track, they would have taken it out like that.
We're gonna get a show on the Noob Buster. Abyss has a few tricks up its sleeve, mainly being this hairpin, and Paige is already on the lower level. Oh boy!
And of course, you have to use Ben.
Yep,
in a very tricky
Ben
track. And even if you wanted to use Bullseye, well, it's banned this time.
And there's so much that can go wrong on this track. And of course, this is one of those tracks where you want to take the high road. If you don't, you're losing a lot of time if you can't save it. And some pods can save it from being knocked down to the lower level, but time it wrong and that's a crash. xAdypt closing out the first practice lap with a 50-22 and staying on the top lane. Oh, Paige on the lower level of the final section. xAdypt actually playing this. xAdypt playing this very well.
But it's going to be tough for him, because even if he wins this, he'll have to win the whole thing on a pick by Paige.
I'm still in this almost like a state of, oh, they fell off the lower lane. And they do make the save. But oh boy, this is anyone's game. I wish I could see the Twitch chat right now. How are they responding to this one? It looks like they're both on the restart. I believe this is xAdykt's run. Heavy on the brakes into the hairpin. Paige a lot less on the brakes and maintaining the high ground.
Yeah, we always want the high ground.
It's over, Anakin. Oh no, Paige, where are you going?
Wait, I assume this is the race.
Yeah, Paige wound up on the penalty lap? Oh no! And again! Oh man! Oh, but xAdypt is on the penalty lap now. Paige on the lower portion of the second drop down section. Oh boy! Okay, this is some bloody abyss. Jesus. That's another one. And it's also a penalty lap now.
And the penalty lap is actually really, really difficult to drive. Did not give you something easy if you fail.
Paige manages to salvage it, but they're back on the penalty lap too. Oh no! Oh man!
Yeah, Abyss really lives up to its reputation here.
Holy smokes! I did not expect this.
I can feel a great disturbance in the force.
Neither of them are happy about this, I can tell you that much. I would be furious right now.
No, don't do
And
it!
Paige taking a DNF. Closing it out. 3 minutes. Nope. 2:59, 6:87. Just under 3 minutes. And we're going to the final race. We have made it to race 11. Oh boy. Oh golly, oh gee, oh Gillibrand. We are at the very end.
This is where the fun begins.
Tampa Mars. Oh, xAdypt has a chance to ban up to 4 tracks
Yeah, sure,
in this
ban
last
Mars Duo
wave.
again, for good measure.
Yeah, Mars is banned by Paige because the Mars slander is in full effect, but now it's time for what could be a quadruple ban on tracks. Scattershot worth of bans. Inferno. Be careful about this because, again, this is the last shot to use first 4 points. In this case, Andy. We have our 4 bands: Inferno, Howler Gorge, Executioner, and Gradvine Gateway. xAdypt has out of force points. And Paige has 1.
Okay, now watch Paige be like, You underestimate my power.
That's how Gauntlet skips with someone else. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting Abyss to be that much of a bloodbath in the last round, but now it's leading up to this. Oh boy. Paige needs to be very careful about this one.
I would like xAdypt stream to update.
There we go.
Okay, here something has happened.
Paige just I don't know what they're thinking for the track. They still haven't picked something. Another run back.
Ah, welcome to Watto's shop, huh? Take a look at.
They switch it up. Right. They use their last force point for 2 additional temp bans on racers. They've added to the ban list Bowles, Roar, and Aldar Beto. And the track of choice will be Sunken City.
But with Ben still open.
After being newly claimed by Hamura with a 359.037, with Paige and xAdypt on the board. Paige with a 417.703 as Ben, and xAdypt with a 426.196 as Bullseye. Will we see those picks again? Yeah. xAdypt is definitely on Ben for this one. Oh, that's not the right track. That's not a giant water world. That's Barunda. Why is xAdypt on Barunda?
Yeah, I'm just going to cancel the countdown if it doesn't work out.
Okay, switch back. City. This one certainly comes down to the city shortcut, and if you can make it. That entire section of the board is a big old grid, and the closer you can cut that corner, the better you're going to do. However, that corner is not the most forgiving thing in the world, and if you take it at the wrong angle, you're either losing an engine or just going to explode. I didn't bet on this one at all. Who do you got, Andy? I have no idea.
I mean, Paige should be the favorite here.
Because the only time xAdypt has on our little board here is with Bullseye, so I don't think we know how good their pen is here. We're gonna have to find out.
But it's not a track I expected to have to be the place where it's decided.
For a second there, it looked like it was going to be a selection of a Ballroom Coast run back, but they swapped it back last minute. And the countdown is up. We are waiting on the restarts. Race 11 for all of the losers winner of the lower winners bracket. I think it's on that right. Yeah. 2.5 seconds. Apps. There's kids. Moving towards Sim Shortcut 1. Here we go. On a slide, a dip, on the scrape, and they're both through it. Moving towards the stadium. These are basically half straights, so Ben's got a lot of distance to work with this boost.
This being the track you unlock Bullseye, it's not a very Bullseye track.
It's ironic, isn't it? Oh, xAdypt with a crash!
That's not what you want to happen on the deciding race.
Crashing in the second aquarium tunnel, moving up towards the start-finish. Paige closes out lap 1 with a 1:22.
Yeah, they will have to focus like a Jedi here. Because always thinking, no, my opponent could also have a crash. It doesn't matter. Okay, doing my best.
Oh, Paige almost takes one there before the sluice gates. Towards city shortcut number 2. Heavy scrapes, but they're only hitting the back of the pod, so they're good. Oh, xAdypt having to take a longer route.
Don't want to take the scenic route of shame.
Right in the middle, too. Little scrape on the wall, moving towards the stadium. This is currently Paige's race to lose.
Yeah, I expected Paige to be more comfortable here. All she really has to worry about now is to get that city shortcut.
Another crash in Aquarium Tunnel 2 for xAdypt. And that's the last city shortcut taken very clean. Oh no!
And the rage look back.
Paige clearing the stadium as xAdypt closes in on it. Cross in on the figure eight. 1 turn, 2 turn, and that is it. With a 405.01.
That's the race and the match.
Paige has won your lower bracket winners finals. And the dip closes in with a 423.771. Asking how to get them in for interviews. Let's get them back in. Give me 1 second.
Okay, that was not easy.
That was a thriller. Congratulations on going the distance all the way to game 11.
Ugh. I had some very interesting errors through that.
Take it despite 2. I'm going to assume those were tilt DNFs.
They were. They were my. I have issues with my hands, and I don't want to do too much and hurt myself. DNFs. If it was if it's that long, if it's that much of a long shot to win a track, I'm gonna not do that and just not hurt myself.
But you never know. You never know how poorly it went for the
Two
other
two penalty laps and 3 deaths on Abyss. I'm not winning that.
I think that was a fair one, but dang,
6
that's still
deaths on Baru
stunk to see.
Coast. 6 deaths on Baru Coast. No.
Hey, xAdypt.
Hey, I'll be back in like a minute.
Man, that was. We saw everything in that game. We saw the skips, we saw the run back, we saw almost all the force points get used. That was a thriller.
We also got. I also gave you all my debut of running modern strats on Baruch on a Bunta training course in tournament.
My goodness.
I just refused to learn it forever. My execution wasn't great, but like, hi, I can do that now.
Just another tool in the arsenal now.
I probably would have gone faster if I'd done legacy strats.
I did not expect to see Sunken City as the track for the
Yeah.
showdown.
I thought for entirely that it was going to be the run back on Baru Coast, but last second you swapped it out for Sunken City. What was the process for that one?
Sunken City is a track I've had as like a back pocket ace in the whole thing for a long time. But I haven't been in a match where I've needed to pull it out in a situation where I thought I could finish the match with it.
You looked comfortable there.
Yeah,
That was
triple city shortcuts.
I have a 402 on that.
Nice.
But if I'm not being made to pull it out and I think I've got other options, I'm not pulling it out.
Fair enough.
3 years I've had that in my pocket. And like I've picked it here and there, but never as like a do or die thing to draw attention to it.
Just like a quarter sitting in your pocket for like X amount of years until you finally draw it out.
Like Star Wars Racer Arcade with it.
Oh God.
Please no. Left the controls. God, the game is rough.
But that, what was it? Just 24 Abyss was impressive.
Yeah, that would have been my PB if I hadn't gotten a faster time in warm-ups. Uh, 24.95 in tournament. In the match. I got what 24.98.
It was just slightly slower.
Hey, I'm
And I'm
back. Sorry.
guessing that
You get
I'm guessing that with a lot of the prevalent temp racer bands being on Mars, neither of you really wanted to show down on some skip boards.
so at least on my end, I don't know if it was the same mindset for xAdypt. I did that to try to bait him into banning a skips track in any of those situations. Just so I would have more control over where we went.
So, alright, we are being told to wrap up here. So, I just wanted to say, GG to you. That was a really, really good race. Race 11. Don't see that every time.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it was a
super
fun
fun.
one.
I'm just glad
And-
I could hold up with one of the OGs, Paige.
But you're not out yet, xAdypt.
Nope.
You're going to face the Y guy.
Oh, that'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
fun.
And then the winner of that one will then get a chance again.
And lower bracket grand finals.
And I promise next time I'll practice.
Yes, same.
No DNFs next time, Paige.
No promises.
Do we have any more comments to add?
No, let's let the match. Let's let the thing after us go, so we stop holding up the schedule.
Roger that.
Yeah, thank you to everybody, and y'all take it easy.
Thanks for
GGs.
watching. May the force be with you.
Bye.
Have a good day, y'all.